How's it going, guys? Coffee here. Today I wanted to showcase what I believe to be the most broken build in the game right now, and most likely going to end up getting nerfed because of how good it is build, and that is the Ball Lightning Sorc. This build is taking advantage of the Ball Lightning aspect that has a Ball Lightning rotate around your character and deal 25% increased damage while doing so. So this basically turns Ball Lightning into like a Blade Vortex from PoE, something like that, except you can get way more than 10 Ball Lightnings cycling around you at once. You're basically just using the infinite mana from Crackling Energy in order to stack an absurd number of Ball Lightnings underneath yourself. And what that does is that just turns you into a walking lawnmower, and you will basically mow down anything in your path. You can see here I'm farming stuff that's like 27 levels higher than me. Currently, I could push it higher if I wanted to. I mean, I haven't even fully optimized this build yet. This is just something I've been tinkering around with this version of it, and it's something that I feel good about. Like still going towards keeping things fast. Like I'm still just going towards a lot of defensive stats and a lot of mobility. You can see here is a butcher here, and this is with the map mods on this. Our monsters have like 30% extra HP or 30% barrier, and then they also are unstoppable at 20%. So my damage drops off a little bit because I can't get anything procced off of a little bit of stuff here. But you can see this is a level 107 butcher that still just gets absolutely deleted. And yeah, I mean, pretty much with this build, you have crazy defenses on Sorc right now. You have max resist on everything. Full max resistances, a lot of just stacking reduced damage taken, because you are getting to stack reduced damage taken from burning and reduced damage taken from vuln. Cycling through. Once you do get Raiment of the Infinite on this as well, you can basically set it up to where you can have permanent stuns, as well as permanent freezes on basically everything with Frost Nova, because you can stack up to 100% increased cooldown or a 100%. You can get up to 96% crowd control duration on your things, which will take your 4-second freezes with Frost Nova up to 8 seconds, which is basically going to be roughly the cooldown time of the skill, as long as you're actually hitting things with it. Yeah, so between those two things and the damage that you're getting on this, the damage is just crazy high. I'm not even using 925 weapons yet, so the damage is just going to get better as soon as I actually start to min-max this more. My gear is still pretty bad, and I kind of go over this at the end of this, but yeah, play it while you can, because realistically I don't know if this build is going to last very long in its current state. Something will most likely get changed about it. I don't know what they'll do. Maybe they'll limit how many Ball Lightnings you can have going with it or something. That's probably the route that I think they're going to end up going with it. So if you want to take advantage of it, have some fun with it, now's the time. And other than that, enjoy the footage. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments down below, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. And then, yeah, after this, I will go over the gear, and I will leave a D4 builds link down below.
I need time to prepare that.
So, this is the build here. Ball Lightning. You can see my gear here is nothing special. It's just kind of what I had gotten here. Pretty much the same stuff that I had from when I swapped over from Firewall, except I put on this Veer's Mastery one on pants here for an extra 25% damage reduction from up close. I am using a movement speed imprint here. If you're trying to min-max damage, you want to be running the Flame Shield immobility one instead. But because with Metamorphosis, you're basically already permanently unstoppable. You always have this uptime on this movement speed, so I'm using that instead, just because I'm just trying to map quickly at this point. This is just the highest item power wand I have. I haven't found anything, so this is just basically a 3 stat right now, since the ultimate skill damage is pretty dead stat. So we're still looking for another wand. Same thing with our focus here. We have mana cost reduction and cooldown reduction, but we're missing either like resource generation or like something for crowd control, something like that. Then we have our rings here: resource generation, life, lucky hit chance, and crit damage. I think the only things that are really mandatory on this are kind of like the maximum life and resource generation. Everything else is just kind of damage. It's kind of whatever. It's helpful if you get it, and if you don't, it's kind of whatever. And then same thing for this other ring, just life, resource generation, and then just damage stats. Here, same with my necklace. Was my necklace I was using on Firewall. Definitely far from good. It has all mastery skills on it, but you really want something with like defensive skills, just for higher uptime on teleport and frost nova, as well as like the mastery skills here. And then there's like a few different things you could all be running on this. They're all going to be kind of comparable. But you definitely want the mana cost reduction on there, and that's like the biggest one that I'm missing more than anything. So I definitely need to get a new necklace at some point. For the vampiric powers here, we are just using Metamorphosis, Ravenous, Prey on the Weak, Undying, and Domination. So Domination here is really, really good. Like, this works exactly like Aspect of Control. So this is a, whatever this is, 54% multiplier. That's like bonkers. Like, for just one single vampiric power that only costs one resource here. This is really good. Again, I mean, if you have a build that is even capable of getting feared, or if you're in a party where you can get feared, you can get this up to just get that extra 18% on top of the normal 54 that you already have. That stacks with Aspect of Control, but the stunned, immobilization, and frozen is pretty standard for Sorc. That's kind of what you're going on or what you're trying to build towards. We have a variety of ways to get that, so that's what you have here. For the tree,